Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and top of the night to you, beautiful, beautiful manses, whammons and thamses of Twitch. I hope you're doing fantastic today. Blazing Beats, Papa Blazing. Welcome back in, Kings. Welcome back in. I'm getting dressed. I'm making a coffee. I remember it was the snare, Blazing. I remember it was the snare. I just don't know if I can remember, like, oomph is the right explaining word. I just can't remember if that was right or not. But it was definitely like the kick was loud and then the snare needed to be, like, have that same sort of, I guess, like, body, like, comparable sort of body. Oh yeah, it's all good. I just don't know even. I guess I just don't know if oomph lines up with what I would consider what I wanted yesterday. That's all. I don't want to mislead you. As part of the annoying, like, nature of feedback is it's so, like, technical. It's hard to kind of. Even when someone, like, feels like they're telling you something directly, it's still hard to, like, apply that. Yo, we'll be with you in a second, you beautiful people. We'll be with you in a second. Yeah. All I can say is do try to smash. I don't know if you have, like, a stream deck or whatever. Actually, yeah, but do try to smash a clip. Oh wait, the VODs. Oh wait, but we don't know when it occurred. Oh yeah, you probably have to search through the VOD to even find it. Yeah. All you can do is try to clip it, I guess. Yeah, streamers, as you probably know, streamers get the highlight, like, you can do a highlight marker for the highlight feature. It'd be nice if viewers had that as well. Like, if you could just leave, like, a little marker to remind yourself of the stream and it stayed for, like, a week or two. Like, just on your user, when you brought up the video, there was just, like, a nice little red line on, like, the timeline. That'd be nice. That'd be real nice. To be honest, dude, over the past few years, like, Twitch has done a lot of the stuff that I've been bitching about. Like genuinely, they have come to the table with a lot of good website stuff that has made their website way more usable. And the app as well, so I am stoked on that. Alright, just organizing my coffee. I'll be with you in a hot moment. Oh my god, the coffee's almost ready, but I'm not. Welcome to the Mountainside Stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Dude, we had quite the football game last night to watch. Quite the football game last night to watch. And let me tell you, bro, my team, we bought it home. My team, we bought it home. We bought it home with style and fashion. We bought it home with style and fashion, dude. $44 for 24, and I swear to God, they were on 18, and we just let them have a try. Like, we just let them have it. We were like, you know what, it's fine. So, W Maroons, W Queenslander. Yo, Papa Blake, 170. It's called the State of Origin. We basically do a competition where we get like the best players from all around the country, and they represent like Queensland and New South Wales, and then we face off. And yeah, we do 3 games, and it's the best of 3. And yeah, so it's definitely just an Australia only thing. Or if you're like one of those Americans that's into like worldwide sport, you might watch this because it's pretty popular in those circles. Yeah, like rugby union, I guess. What are they? New South scored 2 games. Origin Series played at MCG. Yeah, wait, is. I don't know what, it's not rugby union. What type of game is it? It's just rugby, especially National Rugby's Origin. Oh, it's rugby league. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Rugby league is what it's technically referred to. Took me a while to find out, but we got there in the end. We got there in the end. Yeah, welcome into the stream. If you want to submit music, well, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do indeed. Get your tracks in. Exclamation submit is how you do it. Get that bad boy right in there, good and proper. Get him in there. Get him submitted. I'm gonna do a little bit of a YouTube dive here. Gonna jump in to some music content. What do we have here today? Shit, I wanted to watch one particular. Where the fuck is it? I'm lost, dude. Where? I don't know why, but yeah, I definitely lost the fuck out of my old video. Oh well, let's keep looking. Where is this? Oh yeah, that's right. This is what I wanted to watch. It's the Bauer interview for his latest album. It's still very like pirate with fucking Anthony Fantano. All right, let's pick up where we left off yesterday.
The way he's like taking this, whatever Journey songs, taking huge songs and mashing them up and making them his own. And like, I think he really made a killing. I don't think he could obviously sell it. So it spread organically online. Free down, people were uploading it themselves. He was hosting himself, whatever. And then he, I think, just crushed it on touring and doing like colleges and stuff. And so it was kind of all about like the live Girl Talk experience with him. And that's awesome. And I think in a way, like looking back now, like that's a great place to be for a DJ or producer or artist, to have a really good live business. You know what I'm saying? And having control of your like distribution. I feel like I see that peaking up right now, where people might not be the most popping on socials, but they have a great actual real life fan base. And they're touring and they're just crush it on shows.
For anybody who's not like initiated, and maybe this is something to kind of dive into a little bit as a DJ yourself, what do you say about the artistry or lack
I gotta get coffee,
which I know there were criticisms of at the time when he was performing, about the fact that like, at many of these shows, he was kind of like pulling up with his laptop and his Cool Edit mixes and then just like literally pressing play and letting them rip, and as lame as that sounds on some level, I will say like in his interviews, he did talk about sort of like playing these mixes out and purposefully noticing and paying attention to the crowd and sort of like working in certain drops due to the knowledge of what the crowd is going to be aware of in popular music and sort of like, reacting to that and kind of like shifting the things and edits that he was making out of sort of like crowd reaction and knowledge of the music he was performing. But also on top of it, like if you go back and listen to these records, he was working in way too many samples of anything to do any of this on the fly. I mean, maybe some of like the most maybe some of the most extreme DJ talent in the world could pull off some of what he was doing like in the moment with like all the updated digital equipment that there is out there. But like we're talking about multiple, like several song samples happening at the same time and then shifting into several different moments later. It's not the kind of thing you can just kind of conjure in a moment.
Absolutely not. I mean, it's incredible enough, the fact that he made it at all. Like to do that, even sitting down at a computer and doing it is insane. Like the way he's able to weave through this music and combine it is crazy at all. So forget about doing it live. And like, so the fact that he was basically pressing play on his computer, I kind of think I love that it didn't matter. No one cared. You know what I mean? Like the show was so good. No one gave a shit. There's no one like, maybe there's a couple of dudes in the back like this isn't live, but for the most part, everyone was having too good a time. They didn't care at all.
In the immediate aftermath, or even just kind of fast forwarding today, like where do you personally see, if any, of like the immediate or distant influence of, a record like this? I mean, I know this project wasn't out quite yet when we had maybe our initial conversations about doing this interview, but I think maybe like the most recent example is like the new Jane Remover Leroy project that, a lot of people are kind of like labeling as Daria core, whatever the hell Daria core is, like this kind of niche SoundCloud subgenre that is, very kind of like influenced by modern EDM, but comparing it to sort of like the standards of sampling set by artists like Girl Talk, there is a lot of really aggressive sort of overlap between different pieces of source material, all kind of like jamming into each other at once. Even if I think in terms of like groove and in terms of like the progression of the tracks, like, a lot of the electronic and dance influences are far different. But again, in terms of like the sheer amount of samples going into any one of these tracks, be it in a Leroy project or anything else that people might categorize as Daria core, it seems like pretty similar in vibe.
Yeah, I've not heard Daria core.
I don't know what
that is.
Well, I mean, maybe sort of like kind of rewinding a little bit, because this does feel like maybe something that you would be aware of. I will say this, and maybe this is a little disheartening. I don't know your kind of take on this, but it does feel like in a lot of ways, looking at artists and editors like Neil Cesar Riga, for example, or a lot of the extreme sort of mashup stuff and sample work that we see in these underground SoundCloud communities. It feels like a lot of the same sampling ethos that Girl Talk used to employ has been getting sort of like used for years in a way that has more or less.
I love that Bauer is like, what is Daria core? What, bro?
It's been like more as treated as like a joke, you know, and just like completely unserious, and we're just like kind of taking the piss out of sample-based music entirely. And, you know, as fun as some of that was, to me as a fan, and, you know, knowing kind of like the origins of some of that stuff in the early internet, it has felt like maybe a little disappointing that this could have been getting taken more seriously, or maybe some artist or two could have come out of the woodwork to like carry that Girl Talk torch in a way. But, you know, now that like, I feel like we kind of moved through that era, artists like Jane Remover, through the Leroy handle and so on and so forth, I think they're taking a little bit more of a serious approach to it, and it's starting to regain more of kind of like a perception of it being an art form as opposed to just like an online meme.
Yeah. I mean, first, I'll say that, like, I do think that Girl Talk, it was always goofy from the jump.
There's an element of humor there for sure.
I think there's always humorous. It's always silly in the best way. You know, it's just pure fun. And part of that is because he is sort of a jukebox in a way, you know? Like, I do think there's a difference in sampling. Like, he's definitely doing a different kind of sampling than other samplers that I like and like to analyze and talk about. He's, you know, he's like party rocking all the way. So he's taking like, you know, the most.
It is a party rock ethos.
He's party rocking. He's taking the songs, you know, the most biggest famous songs, you know, and mashing them up in an incredible way. But like, there's the other side of sampling that I kind of like is taking obscure records, taking weird records, taking whatever, and using them in an interesting way and making something new and cool out of it. You know what I mean?
Well, that kind of makes me jump into the next topic that I wanted to get into.
Yeah, the way I look at Bauer is like, he's like one of those kids where like he would take his dad's coat and then he would like cut it and restyle it and redo it and, you know, wash it in certain dyes and put patches on it. And you would see the coat like a week later and be like, wait, is that your dad's coat? That looks fucking awesome, bro. Like, that's who Bauer is to me. He takes something old, uses it in a way that's like sometimes unrecognizable, and he gives the samples he uses like a new life.
And that's that there is still a lot of sampling going on in modern pop music and modern hip hop, but and you know, please, I would love for you to go into what you feel like is kind of driving this trend. It seems like it's kind of drifting away from that tried and true method of looking for those gems, looking for those classic sort of like touchstone moments, and looking for that, you know, sort of like obscure source material. And instead, maybe to save themselves a headache or whatever, a lot of these producers are opting instead to go on a lot of these STEM websites that have sort of like, you know, popped up and cropped up all over the internet, where it's just kind of easy to search up guitar line, here's the key, here's the tempo. I'm just going to basically look through a bunch of random whatevers and, you know, just pick what works for me. And then I guess through a lot of these platforms and interfaces, you're kind of like pre-agreeing to a split or something upon usage. And now we have songs that are like at the top of the charts, like Sabrina Carpenter's Me Espresso, which a lot of people have acknowledged. Like a lot of pieces of that instrumental are sort of like, you know, just random stems pulled off of those kinds of platforms. Like, as a producer yourself, do you find that process kind of a lot less interesting or sexy?
You know what? I think it's great. I think it's fucking great. I'm of the mindset, like, if you can make that a hit, like, more power to you. That's a flex. To me, that's sort of like Espresso is 2 splice loops. So it's 2 pre-made loops, and then he played bass. That's it. And like, to me, like, that's so sick. That rules. It's more of a flex. It's like, watch me make a hit with 2 pre-made things there. Like, enjoy that. I love that stuff. And like,
If you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, and he did it. And there's also there's this more sample record, Dusty Fingers version of that too. I'm going to try to think of an example, but there's examples of hits from the past. You know what? How about I just did one of Butterfly by Crazy Town.
Okay.
Butterfly by Crazy Town.
Yeah.
Number one record. I love that song so much. That is a loop from a Red Hot Chili Peppers song, a 4-bar loop.
Yeah, did y'all know this? That Butterfly from Crazy Town is a completely sampled song. Like all the hooks are from other songs, and they just paid all. They just got the clearance for all of it. Like, it's not someone sitting there and like doing all the parts. I think they got a famous drummer to come in and play drums or something like that. But I think that was like one of the main real parts of the song. Like, I don't think a lot of it, because I watched Bauer's video.
And a skull snaps break, which is one of the most used drum breaks ever. So it's 2 things. That's it. And it's a smash. And like, to me, that's almost like, that's like expert level. That's like S tier to be able to make a smash out of 2 things, even if they're like pre-made loops.
You know, could you talk about maybe some of your own creative process with this new record that's about to come out with regards to like what you just said, not only in terms of creative process, but maybe, you know, even like the sample clearance experience between a track like Better, where you have like 1 or 2 very kind of clear cut pieces that you're borrowing and chopping and working into the song, versus a track like You Give Me Love, where you not only have that kind of like Superfly co-credit, but you're actually working with many more different pieces of source material overlapping all at once. Like, you know, working through tracks where you have a lot more kind of like plates spinning, getting that to the finish line. How much more difficult is that than something that's maybe a little bit more stripped back?
Yeah, you know, it really is a case by case basis. Like,
it's so true.
Could be a song with 1 sample, but that 1 sample could be a nightmare. Or you could have a song with 5 samples, but if they're all pretty good, then it's like, then it can be smooth, you know? So there's been tracks where it's just 1 sample, but they're like, the sample owner is like, you know, like, you have to give us 100% publishing or we won't do it. Like, that's it. You know, and then there's tracks where there's 5 samples on it. Like this track, Somebody, there's maybe like 4 or 5 samples, but they were all pretty easy because all the sample owners were just down and open to it. So yeah, kind of depends, but it's always kind of a pain, which I hate to say. It's not good for the art of sampling, but it's difficult to get these samples cleared. It's like, it's hard.
This is also your first album in 6 years. I know that, you know, obviously with sort of like streaming and music commentary too, and performing, you've had other irons in the fire outside of that. But like, you know, is there any other thing that sort of like personally kind of, you know, kept that gap of time extended, or was there some kind of like internal pressure telling you like it's kind of time now?
Yeah, it was literally mostly just having finished music. Like, I had everything like 90% finished, you know, and I'd be like, all right, guys, can we put this out, please? And they're like, dude, we need like finished songs if we're going to put them out. And I was like, no. And so that went on for a couple of years, like, because I just hate finishing things. I can't finish. I'm terrible.
Terrible is lucky me to expect finished music.
Come on, man.
You could call him out here. Lucky expecting finished music. That's
lucky
crazy.
One of them is right over there, but we'll talk later. But he, yeah, I had to finish all these songs, and then after I finished the songs, which took a long time, then I had to clear all these samples.
Oh,
and clearing the samples, since there's so many, took a really long time.
Got it. I also want to talk about like kind of the mood of a lot of these tracks. I'm noticing that with this recent batch of teasers, I think like, you know, not only you kind of calling back to a specific era of dance music that I would like you to kind of like, you know, describe and kind of hit people to, but also there's like a real sense of sheer joy going on in a lot of these tracks. And, you know, noticing that is really kind of like going against the edgy, dark afters, thinking man's DJ set sort of energy that's kind of like, you know, infected the scene like a disease. Was that a conscious effort? You know, and look, I'm not gonna act like I didn't play maybe a small part in sort of like endorsing some of the albums that have had that impact, but you know, wanted to, you know, definitely know your take on that and the mood direction for this album.
Yeah, I literally want to be good guy Bauer. I want to be nice guy Bauer. I want to blast happiness into the world however I can. And if it catches somebody, if it works in one way, that's a W for me. That's
W Bauer.
So that was the goal. Is like, okay, I want to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm the brooding guy. I'm the guy Anthony's talking about. Always will be. Don't care. That's just the type of musician I am. I'll probably write some happy music in the future, but it's just because that's the swing of my emotions. I wrote a lot of happy music in 2016 with the previous project as well. Yeah, I think some musicians are just happy guys and some musicians are just like sad guys. I think that's just kind of how it goes.
The album, that's the mission. That's the spiritual mission of this music, is to like try to spread joy. And so like, that's the goal, is to just like fire hose joy into the world. And I'm not even saying I'm the most happy person making this. I'm not, but like, it's almost so it's just as much to try to make me happy as everybody else.
Dude, that's W. That's how I feel about the stream. I've said this a few times about this stream, but like, the same way that I want to entertain people and give them a better day and give them proper like feedback from someone who actually knows what they're talking about, the same way I want to goof around and make you giggle, make you laugh, make your day a little better. I'm trying to reinforce all of that for myself at the same time. But like, what I like about stream is it's the one place on the internet where I get heard out with a little bit of context. Like, people will still click off if they don't like what they're hearing, but there's a little bit more hear a person out from your average internet goer when it comes to me being on stream. And I feel like that really works for a streamer or even a person like me. Because if you can just make it to the end of my unnecessarily long sentence, you'll probably realize that I'm not actually trying to be an asshole with whatever joke I made or whatever it is. I'm just not great at first impressions. And again, I think streaming as a platform, especially compared to other social media, it really works for a person like me who needs to be heard out that extra sort of 10 or 20 seconds compared to like a person that is good at first impressions, where you would just immediately be like, oh, he's a cool guy. I have trouble coming across as a cool guy like immediately. You got to give me 30 seconds to hear me out of my bullshit. You got it.
And, you know, I also wanted to sort of have you touch down on sort of like a lot of the upbeat and I think like UK influenced house music that I feel like you're kind of calling back to on this record. Is this a particular sort of like era or time period that is really kind of speaking to you right now? Is this something that you're kind of calling back to because it's nostalgic for you, or is it something that, you know, you've been kind of deep diving into more recently?
Yeah, there's definitely a nostalgia element, although I don't want to like lean on that. I think too much nostalgia is not a good thing.
Yeah,
you know?
same.
But it's a good ingredient.
W Bauer.
It is with a list of other ingredients.
Yes.
But
dude, exactly the same way I'm thinking about my acoustic project. Like someone, I think it may have been Blazing Beats, or I can't remember who it was, but someone said it kind of reminded them of like a sort of alt rock like guitar part, like sort of a la like who was that band that had Chris Cornell in it? Soundgarden, or like you know how they have some acoustic songs, but their acoustic songs use interesting chords? Like they always seem kind of bittersweet, kind of like weird chords. Yeah. So that's like the Backstreet Boys. Yeah. I definitely could never do anything. Bro, low genuinely, I couldn't beat any of the Backstreet Boys. They're all way better singers than me. All of them. Same with NSYNC, same with 98 Degrees. You know who I could be though? If we're talking boy bands, Busted with Charlie Simpson, the guy that now sings in that Masked President band. Yeah, I kind of sound like him to some extent. He got that real rusty voice. It's what I go to school for. Oh, that song was crazy. Good morning, Tresden. I hope you're well, brother. Y'all should check. I don't know. It's really polished though. That's my only problem with President is they've got a lot going on and their mixes are like super polished. And as you guys know, like I think hate for polished mixes is growing as the co-worker and the AI music thing get more popular. Like the co-worker music just with like Imagine Dragons style mixing where it's like too perfect. And then like, you know, the AI stuff where again, it's too perfect. So I think we're trending in a direction where a good mix is going to mean something else in the future. I think it's going to be a little more, I think good mixes are going to be a little more like a little less separated in the future, like a little more chunky. You know how you get into like late stage production and it sounds clean, but it's like, it's a little chunky, it's a little rough around the edges. That to me, I think is the future of like up and coming music mixes. Oh, my back. You can't do 100% conventional? I think it helps. It depends what level of like tightness it sounds like, I guess. Like, because there are some mixes, right, that are on the radio and they have gone conventional with their mix engineer, but they still sound like real and chunky and full. So it's like easier spoken about than done, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like hard to really land on the correct mix, I think. Because like what I noticed about people mixing is like people have trouble getting to any mix that sounds finished, let alone choosing the correct type of mix. And so it's just a lot to ask someone that's already learnt mixing at a high level or hasn't. I'd say, I guess, more so the people that haven't. It's a lot to ask them to like re-navigate their mixing. It's definitely something that can be done. I've just found that people I'm sending my mixes to lately are way happier with my late like they think finished mix is late pre-production. So it saves me time. but the way I hear it, it just sounds worse. You need one and you will never be called AI. I'm not too worried about people giving false positives. As long as I think the song's really good, that's kind of where I land. Plus, like, my mixing, the way I mix, like, I have, like, the bright, like, modern kind of mix angle with my mixes. Like, it's more of a scoop, like a high def sort of sound. So I never get the confusions surrounding, like, I was lucky because the people that chose the warm mixes, they got done with false positives like immediately. But when I was learning, I wanted to go for a more like clear, like big, like bright, like scoop sort of mix. And yeah, I was just lucky that I chose to go in that direction, because that's not the direction AI went in. They got those warm, like over-engineered sounding mixes, so I'm really lucky in that regard.
Yeah, this is like, it's definitely a reference to the time when I lived in London growing up a little bit. And so I was listening to a lot of dance music just on the radio. And that was an era of a lot of sample-based dance music, like Fatboy Slim and like, you know, Daft Punk, Chemical Brothers, Avalanches.
Dude, all the old school electronic kind of like, oh, dude, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
The Basement Jacks, Groove Armada, and like, it's also, a lot of it was very happy and like fun, not too serious a lot of the time. And
still really well put together.
Very well put together, masterfully put together.
I
also
actually caught up recently with that first Chemical Brothers CD in a used bin, and I'm surprised how, for $3, and I was surprised how well it's held up. There's like so many bangers on there still. Yes,
and it's like, it also is like so accessible, because it like electronic music, dance music hadn't quite been put into a lane so much yet. You know what I mean? It was still like kind of for anybody, like.
True.
And that's another thing I want to try to capture in some way, you know, that accessibility.
Dude, the Chemical Brothers are so, no one knows them. Oh my god, the Chemical Brothers are so good. Bro, I was listening to them like 6 months ago. I just ran up like one of their old songs. And Anthony is right. They do stand up. It still bangs. Like, it doesn't. Chemical Brothers is just a like old electronic artist. Oh, you do? Okay. Well, maybe, I mean, he said the States, so maybe he's just talking about like they're not like an old school hero in like normie music enjoyers' minds. I think like music enthusiasts and music producers like yourself, Blazin, us types, we do deep digging. We're exploring, man. We're like trying to find like all the good artists, and we also remember old good artists more than your average music enthusiast as well. We ain't normies. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm normies in a lot of way, but when it comes to music, I'm definitely like not a normie, and I don't think either of you guys are either, because you're both deep in the trenches, making your own productions from the ground up. So my argument is that maybe y'all both know about them because you're so in love with music, just like me. I remember listening to the 1990s and early 2K. Yeah. How good were they, man? It's so funny. Like, there's no original experiences, because like Anthony's explaining basically exactly what I did like 3 or 6 months ago. I just remembered them. They just popped into my head, and I was like, yo, they were fucking good though. Yeah. We had a band that was kind of like them a little bit called Regurgitator in Australia, and they opened for the Chemical Brothers like a bunch of times. Yeah, Regurgitator was sweet as well. And it was that fun old school like electronic that Bao was talking about. If y'all haven't heard of Regurgitator, look up Polyester Girl. That shit was hilarious and a good listen. Anyways, let's keep listening.
Because like now, like you talked about, whatever cool afters, vibes, dance music, like it's definitely been put into a lane. You know what I mean? It's a category. It's like, oh, do I like that or not? And I like the idea of things being, you know, crossing over, like whatever. So someone who likes rock could listen to Justice and be like, oh, okay, I kind of like this. This is sort of like
robot rock.
Or robot rock.
Robot rock.
You know, I mean, to that point, do you feel like there's like, Is it because of the age of electronic music and just kind of the history that we're all aware of, or is it because of the internet making everybody so much more self-aware of everything? But is there like too much self-awareness going on in terms of like, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? Where are we? I mean, I noticed recently, and maybe you caught this as well, there was that you know, resident advisor.
Justice is the best live show I've seen. That's dope. What put it across the line, like, for you as the best show? And like, what is your, like, who lost first spot to Justice in your mind? Like, was like, did you see like an amazing Slipknot concert before that, and they were your number one, and then Justice took over or something like that? Yeah, I'm always interested to know, Tresden, like what people's favorite shows have been, because it always gives me more knowledge or stories to take with me when I start playing again. You know, it's been like 4 years since I played a show. I need to get back to it, man. It's in my bones, dude. There's something about it, getting up in front and embarrassing yourself in front of people. There's something about it that just makes me feel real.
Isn't it advisor think piece of like, there's no sound of the 2020s, you know, when it comes to electronic music. And, you know, in your opinion, as again, an electronic artist yourself and an aficionado connoisseur, do you feel like that's even true? Do you feel like that's even a true assessment? And if it is true, does it even matter?
Yeah, man. I don't know about that. I feel like they're just like, I feel like all music is a churning, swirling thing. You know what I mean? It's constantly referencing itself, eating up old stuff and spitting out, you know, it's constantly in flux. So, and whoever can say we have a sound of now, and
they knocked out Odez's last goodbye to it. Gotcha.
10 years.
Yeah, it's a bit of something
amazing.
I feel like you know more retrospectively.
Yeah, I've heard Odessa were like really good as well.
Yeah. So I feel like now, yeah, could I pinpoint what the sound of now is? No, I couldn't. But what I see is a lot of cool stuff happening right now, a lot of interesting stuff. But a lot of it is referential for sure. So maybe that's what they're talking about, is we're in a pretty reference heavy time right now.
No, I agree. I mean, I think there are sounds, and whatever assessments we're going to make of how prevalent they were it's going to happen when the dust settles. And I feel like I've always kind of like had that perspective being a music reviewer, because that's sort of how it ends up getting laid out for every genre after all is said and done, when a decade goes by or whatever. Something I want you to get into a little bit in reference, speaking of references back to our last conversation where you said something really prescient. You were on some prescient shit. This is why people need to be following you and paying attention to you and watching your streams.
Listen what I have to say.
You were on some prescient shit, because you went on a whole diatribe hipping people in chat to the leagues and leagues and leagues of all of this like free old school sample material out there from these sample packs, from these old school sample packs, you know, drum breaks and instrument one shots and so on and so forth, all like through Internet Archive and so on and so forth. But then since we had that conversation, not only do I believe like a bunch of that shit got pulled down, but also like One O Tricks Point Never did a whole record like downloading all that shit and then built new ambient progressive electronic experimental tracks off of all of that source material and other stuff too, but still, and you know, original synth work. And I sort of wanted to know about like, you know, any thoughts passing that you have like about that record, if you've given it a spin, but also just like, you know, your view on sort of that era of the internet and kind of our connections to it currently, given that, you know, the existence of a lot of that source material is kind of like under threat, with, you know, Internet Archive being more of a shaky platform than it used to be because of all of the copyright threats and, you know, just the difficulty of finding a lot of this stuff now.
Yeah. First of all, Internet Archive being in trouble is terrible. That's like, we need that. And I think that should be available to all, like that type of whatever, that archiving of stuff. And those old sample packs are a tiny, great part of that. You know what I mean? If you're a producer, you could go there and download all these amazing sounding sample packs. So that sucks. I hope that it's okay. Is it currently down?
Like I've seen some people like mirroring it. And I know that sort of like in the original press run of the OPN record, was sort of like drove him to do that, was like seeing a lot of that stuff getting taken down.
Right.
So,
That's very cool. I like that he did that. But also I'm very happy I was able to inspire him. You're welcome, OPN. No, I did. I think I listened to that record. I went to like a listening of that record. That was in just a movie theater, but with nothing showing on the screen. They were just playing the record over this.
Quite the vibe.
Like, quite the vibe. And I gotta say, I swung so much during the listening of that album of like, I like this, and like, I want to get out of here right now. I don't like this at all. I like this. Get me out of here. I hate this. Which I think is an interesting way, you know, props to his art for making me experience it in that way.
Have those mood swings.
Have those smooth swings, yeah.
You know, I love Daniel's music, and I'm yet to actually see him live. I would be down to hear him do what he does live, but like, you know, listening to his records for me is a very kind of solo experience. I don't know if I would, you know, have the most joyous of time doing an album listening party with like other OPN people and just like staring at each other silently and just like
bunch of nerds.
Just no, it's not even look, I'm down to hang with some nerds if it's a good nerdy time, but just sort of like having deep contemplative introspective thoughts communally with the OPN album. It might be a bit much for a bunch of strangers, you know.
Yeah. Shout out to OPN, man. If you see this, let's collab.
Shout out to OPN. I wanted to ask you also about you know, the rise of AI in music over the last several years. And, you know, I've had my own arguments and points about this, but, you know, from the perspective of somebody who's done the thing and honed the craft and put in the effort and put in the time, I would love to know your sort of like opinion on the philosophy and the argument that, you know, has been thrown my way multiple times when I sort of am talking about and pulling these things apart, that like, you know, a lot of what's AI out there is, you know, rehashing and repurposing and, you know, sort of like being trained on other copyrighted established music, And, you know, people used to hate or decry sampling for the same reason. So because the same thing, it should just be like kind of grandfathered in, and wanted to know your own thoughts on like that argument, because there are a lot of people who will throw out sort of like the angle that they're basically the same thing. So why are you offended at one and offended at the other? Is it a double standard?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. So yeah, thinking back to when sampling first showed up, whenever samplers were like available for people to buy, you know, I could definitely see people going like, what is this? They're using other people's music to like, this is bullshit. But wow, does that seem so innocent compared to AI now, which is like absolutely evil trash, in my opinion. Slop. I think it sucks. I think it's trash. And yeah, like you want to do an argument of like, oh, well, people didn't like the printing press when it came out, and fine, I don't give a shit. I'm one of those haters of the printing press then. Call me that. Call me that, because I think it sucks. And like, to me, from where I am, that's why I love sampling, because it is like taking humanity that was imprinted on a vinyl or on a CD or in a moment. It was captured. A moment was captured of human expression, and then you are able to take it and recontextualize it and give it new life. And I think that's a great thing. And I think it's even better now because this like just sewer pipe of AI Dookie is just constantly pumping trash into our musical world, you know?
Okay, but like another kind of weird sidebar about this conversation, and I've had my moments where I've been like a little on the fence with this.
Yeah,
and there are definitely some notable examples, be it either, you know, I know Metro Boomin has done this. I know Lil Wayne has done this. I know JPEG Mafia recently engaged in something similar. Like, what do you think about the process of not just like generating AI music and then putting it out there and just calling your own, but like finding or coming upon a piece of AI music and then sampling that and then putting that into a different original work is, you know, even from a personal level, is that something that you would do even as a joke, or is that even to you, like, you know, the process or idea of that kind of poo-poo?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it knowing it was AI, just because I'm not a fan, you know, I don't like it as a thing. But the chances are I have sampled something that was AI generated without knowing it. Maybe something on Splice, a loop. I totally bet I have without even knowing. And so, like, I don't know, what are you gonna do, you know? But like, I think whatever, yeah, like if Metro Boomin samples an AI song and gives it, you know, a new life and people love it, yeah, I don't hate on that. I guess it's more like, you know, just the form that AI technology has taken on that I have the issue with, you know what I mean? Which is basically like subscription model stuff, you know what I'm saying?
You know, something with the fact that you're bringing up technology makes me kind of wonder. I don't know, you know, I'm not a DJ by trade or anything, but for whatever reason, like my FYP or my Instagram Reels algorithm sometime is like,
Yo, what up, Aiden? You got here just in time for me to say thank you for dropping in. We got a 2.5 minute ad break coming at you. Stick around. We'll be back after the first break to play some music. Oh, yeah. Oh, also, this happens in 2 days. Oh, hi. My name's Zach, aka Mountainside, and this is Mountainside Ranked. Mountainside Ranked, 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 Mountainside Ranked. Mountainside Ranked is a little different from other beat battles. You'll fight from a ranked all the way from bronze up to Grandmaster, with our new and improved rank spreadsheet that automatically calculates values for all battles that you'll never see. Our distributed ranking system that'll be a combination of our ELO system and all judges' scores. Please, please collaborate with me, streamers. I need help. The glee on your face. Imagine the glee you'll experience when you find out that you're way higher rank than you thought we'd think you were. Imagine the distraught nature of your emotions when you find out that your rank is much worse than you thought we'd think it was. Claim superiority over those noobs in chat. Mountainside Ranked. Get ready to be absolutely furious, purely overjoyed, or just neutral. Mountainside Ranked. Get wrecked and win the favor of your peers or something like that. Come on down to the Mountainside Change EP launch.
Advert is entirely off-brand with how the music sounds.
We're going to be giving away a new car, a brand new family home, and a dirty couch.
Literally, none of these prizes will be given
We
away.
might even play some Nintendo. Then after that, you can shut the fuck up and listen to my new music. Mountainside Change Launch Party, November 27th on Twitch. Here at Mountainside, we care about your listening experience. We put all our products through rigorous testing to ensure they meet the highest listening standards. As a usual part of our in-depth testing, we set out to find the least qualified demographic and ask them what they thought of our latest products.
He's actually fucking. It's hype. It's released. The beat sounds sick, and your vocals is so good.
You better fucking join and drop that fire mix, my guy.
Oh, there he is.
Mate, where's the third song? Come on, mate.
Honestly, it hyped me off.
stream much anymore, and that was the best beat battle on Twitch, and now I'm stuck here. Just kidding. Love ya. Do you want to get banned for the rest of your fucking... Do you want to get banned for the rest of your life? It's not a funny joke. It's not a funny joke.
I'm done with the billions I'm making. My endless alone. My endless alone. I'm done for the rest of my life. Done with singing that melody. Gone with the tears in the water. Can you save my life? If you can sing it and help me. I'm done for the rest of my life. Done with singing that melody. Gone with the tears in the water. Can you save my life? If you can sing it and help me. Singing it loudly, only allowed them to go on and proudly destroy the boundary. The draconian laws, it's never enough, we'll never give up. Alone, my endless alone, I'm done for the rest of my life. Done with singing that melody. Gone with the tears in the water. Can you save my life? If you can sing it and help me. I'm done for the rest of my life. Done with singing that melody. Gone with the tears in the water. Can you save my life? If you can sing it and help me. If you can see me, then help me.
Oh my God, I'm back, and we're watching Mo Bow. Welcome to the Mountainside stream. We're watching a YouTube video at the moment, just going through a bit of Bauer and Anthony Fantano's chat. We got a few songs in the queue. I might play one now before we bounce back into some more interview. We don't have so many, so I'm gonna gap them out a little more. We got Damn and TP in the queue. Damn, let me know if you're here. We'll run your track. Oh yeah, dude. I gotta tell you, a night after beers, and then fucking, we got fucking tonight with, was it the 15th of June today? So we got a, yeah, okay. Dude, last night beers and then coffee this morning. Holy shit, bro. Let me tell you what. The beers plus the coffee, oh my God. When I tell you my bowels released, let me tell you, my bowels released. Like holy moly. Anyways, we're gonna be getting back into this. If no one's here in the queue, submit your songs though. If you are here, you will get played pretty quickly. Let me tell you that. Until then, let's jump back into it.
Filled with, and I'm sure you've seen this, like this old school, like, you know, sampling gear porn where it's like, you know, you just find this random guy and he's got like the most tricked out studio, and, you know, in the middle of it, cased in glass, he's got like this Lynn drum machine, or he's got like, you know, this like old sampler that, like, you know, RZA used, where it's like you only have a single second of sampling sort of like time on each, you know, sort of
Yeah.
you know, each button and so on and so forth. Like, you know, do you at all personally sort of see much merit or value in sort of like, you know, kind of hyping up or idolizing these older sort of like machines? Do you feel like there's any real sort of like merit about like obsessing over these pieces? Like, is there anything that people...
For me, it's a part of history, and it's a flavor that you can use, and it's a extra toy you can play around with. And I would definitely use them like for novelty purposes, and maybe end up adding some to my main playing and my main sounds. But ultimately, and in my opinion, these things have all been kind of optimized with our VSTs and the stuff. And a lot of the VSTs and the compressors and the instruments, they do sound fantastic now. So my answer to this question is that I would definitely use them, but they would still be somewhat of a novelty to me depending on the instrument.
Are really getting out of kind of chasing after these pieces of hardware that they couldn't already just do on their laptops if they just like put in the effort.
Yeah, I think like obsess over it if that's what floats your boat, you know, if that's something that you really are into, cool, obsess over it. But I think it's more about like learning and seeing what people did with those machines because they were limited by technology. They had to use them. So with those limitations, they were able to get creative, and they were forced to get creative and do cool stuff and try to push the boundary, you know what I mean? And in doing that, they created timeless, incredible things. And so I think it's a good idea to look at those, learn why they did it, and like try to tap into that and you know, maybe even let it influence your whatever art you're making, even though now you have a laptop and you can, you know, the possibilities are endless. I think it's a good idea to look back at when people were limited by technology and get inspired by it, you know, because now those limitations are good. Like limitations on creativity, I find, are fantastic. If you just have a drum machine that has 4 sounds on it, you're gonna make like some amazing shit. Because like that's all you have to work with. So you're gonna try to push it as hard as you can. And yeah, any way you can limit yourself creatively, try to do it, because I guarantee it'll give some good results.
Well, you know, it's just funny because some of these old school and kind of like classic pieces of gear are almost like more popular than ever. Some of their original manufacturers are coming out with updated versions, or, you know, they're kind of like breaking into music scenes they weren't originally super popular in. I mean, I think maybe the most obvious example is like the SP404, you know, which is like pretty much legendary status at this point. And like most recently, I just fucking saw Lorde at GovBall, and literally in the middle of her set, she had like this SP404 that had like these 2 jacks going into it, like with, I think, like some electrical or like duct tape around them so they wouldn't kind of come out of the SP super easily. And she like wrapped it around her head, had it literally in the middle of her chest like she's a transformer. And I think she was like feeding vocals into it, and she was twisting the knobs to sort of get that skip effect that you do when you're kind of like running a loop through it. And like when she would twist the knob, like her vocals would do the same kind of skip effect through the SP404. And it's like, I feel like at the time that sort of like machine was kind of like making waves as, you know, sort of like the du jour piece of gear for like your average hip hop producer, like, you know, someone like who's doing kind of like an Imogen Heap level abstract art pop performance wasn't like, you know, looking to the SP to do what they were doing.
Yeah, totally. But hey, I guess like people like that gear now. They like, you know, getting tactile with it. Like, especially for Lorde, if she's performing, it's cool to see her go like messing with some piece of technology. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever, anything's better than a laptop. How boring is that? What if Lord brought out a damn? I guess Justin Bieber did that. That was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like the boundaries of performance have been completely broken down. You can wrap an SP404 around your head if you want. You can just go on YouTube, and
You could just right.
Just surf
Both are-
YouTube.
you could
both are
play your
valid.
songs off of you. You could literally pull up on Spotify with your laptop and just play the songs from the record.
Yeah, totally. I was thinking about that. Maybe my NPR Tiny Desk, I'll just pull it up on YouTube and sit there.
Oh, do you have one coming up?
No, I don't.
Well, shout out to Tiny Desk because
Shout out to Tiny Desk. Book me,
think,
man.
I think they should book you. I think they should
Hell
consider
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Please.
All right. Man, thank you for coming on to talk about this and the record and dive back once again into this topic with me and being
Yeah.
such a wealth of knowledge, being the GOAT.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Everybody check out You, not the Underscores album, the Bauer album, though you can enjoy both. You
Enjoy both, man.
You can enjoy both. of them.
Shout out to Underscores.
Shout out to Underscores.
Shout out to
You
Underscores,
can't
man.
even make your own personal mega mix where you alternate the tracks for
Yeah.
each record.
Call it W.
You know, after
W.
Underscores is done playing with Charlie XCX, we'll get the Bauer Underscores W tour.
That's right. That's right, man. Oh boy. Let me tell you, I was like, damn, should I change this name right now? But it's too damn late. I had to just send it.
You had to just send it. You know, honestly, it's a popular letter. It's a popular letter. You know,
Big letter these
Can't-
days. Turns
big
out
letter
it's a big
these-
letter these days.
It's a real big letter. It's a real big letter these
I thought
days.
it was one of the more low key letters. I was mistaken.
You know, it's a vowel. Any vowel is going to draw
That's
attention.
true. That's
It's-
true. That's true. I
Go
should
with
have
a
named it
consonant next time.
T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
T's good. All right, man. Thank you very
All right, man.
much.
Thanks so
Bye.
much. All right, have a good one for you.
What is donate level for skip? $4 for a skip currently. But we were just watching shows, dude. We were just watching. But I mean, Sheed, if you want to chuck something in the queue, I'm more than happy to listen to it, my guy. More than happy to listen to it. Oh yeah, welcome to the Mountainside stream. We having a bit of a chill one today. We've just been watching some Bauer interviews. If you haven't heard Bauer's new album, You, it is fantastic. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. I listened to it the other day and I was very pleased with what I heard. Very pleased with what I heard. All right. I guess we run up some songs. All right, there. Yeah, I think. Did we listen to this yesterday? Is a different song, I think. Yeah, you're doing that like folk acoustic stuff. Thank you for the follow, Lil Bruce. Appreciate it, man. Oh, it's not folk. Is it? No, it's more just like acoustic.
Show me a little
Maybe ballad?
your consequence. I'm through with talk, it's your turn now. Give it to me straight, I'm weak tonight. Baby, I don't care.
This sounds like the start of like an early 90s like rock ballad or pop ballad or something.
Take me across the river now. We could have
Cool notes up his
so
feel?
alone
I don't know.
together, baby, now.
Is that like a jazz act, is it? We are classic nerds and jazz? Gotcha.
I don't care. Show me a little of your consequence. I wanna be alone with you right now, baby. Don't make it maybe tonight. Not so
You right now, baby, don't.
baby, I don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Baby, I don't care.
Holy fuck, can I get some... How many times do I have to skip before I get fucking vocals in the track? Like, there's like 5 fucking skips and I'm like literally skipping between the vocals somehow. I don't find the vocal mix has enough depth. It feels too in my face and dry. That's like one of the main issues I had the whole time. The vocal just feels dry and in my face, and not in a way where it seems intentional. It's underserving the vocal. Like this is a good vocal performance, and I feel like it's been underserved by the vocal mix. Oh, you can laugh at it all you want, man. It's just a fact. It's not hitting largely because of this. Yeah, also, like, the songwriting for me was just, like, just underwhelming. It kind of just occurred. Like, nothing stuck out to me. It felt very boring with no, extra trimmings. No, cool little guitar things. It didn't feel like there were any, like, background effects that could have enhanced it. Yeah, it very much felt like a, It felt like I walked into like my local RSL and there was like a band playing. Yeah, I will say I do like the performances by the musicians. I think the performances, like the way you've executed what is there, is good. Like the singing, I think is pretty good. I think all the instruments are pretty good as well. I do just want... We are very throwback. Yeah, that's fair. I think there's a way to enhance the writing to get that point across even more. Because it does land in that area of throwback. Like, it definitely does. As I said earlier, it does sound like that sort of 90s ballad. But I do feel like there's some work as far as just like your voice hitting properly in the mix. I don't know. It's just very just like here and that's it. And for me, like there were harmonies in there that I wanted to be like EQ'd a little differently in the back to kind of emphasize your main vocal. There were moments when you were belting like a little bit, like not really belting, but just a little louder where I wanted it like pulled back a little more and like made to sound like a little bit like it was in a bigger space. Not like verby, but yeah, there was just a variance that I was wanting on the space of the vocals. That I was looking for. That's not to say it's a bad mix. Like, it's not a bad mix. Yo, Max Param, thank you for the follow. It's not at all a bad mix. It's genuinely not a bad mix. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, there's a sense of depth that I'm looking for, and particularly with the vocals, that I'm not getting. I wondered about going more Coldplay. Okay. But anyways, I guess the main thing I'm trying to say is that there was a decent mix, but it undersold your vocal in particular, I think, just with a sense of depth and space, and like the balance of the vocal, and then I think the performance was pretty good as well. But I want a little bit of development on the songwriting just to make it a little more interesting along the way. I don't want it to be crowded. I don't want it to be full up to the brim, because that's not what this style is about. This style isn't about cramming everything in there. It's about making like beautiful, catchy, flowing, meaningful music. And I think, again, what's going to help you is just stepping up the writing a little bit. So even though this is a quiet vibe, there's like little extras along the way for us to dive in, whether this is like a little change to a guitar part, a little bit of a step up on a small drum fill, a vocal sort of, doing something that's a little different. These are all things that you can do to, I think, improve the interest of the song, because the meat and potatoes of the song is very much there, but again, I did feel like my interest was waning, and I think that was a little bit on the songwriting, and then a little bit on that lack of depth I felt in the vocal mix in particular. A little bit in the instruments, but I think the instruments were mostly fine. Yeah, and as you know, people are always super sensitive about vocal mixes, so here we are witnessing that again. Yeah. Overall, good performance, nice sounding track. I think it needs a little bit of work, but I'm still gonna say, good job. Good job. I'll just so anybody that missed it, I'll run back another 30 seconds on it. God damn it, I forgot to put them. I might sugarcoat things, but I ain't never gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't never gonna lie to you. My goal with this stream is to give people real helpful advice. So it's that time, Aiden. Have a lovely day, and thank you for wishing me the same. W Aiden YouTube. W Aiden. Oh yeah, welcome to the Mountainside stream. The timbre inspired by Bob Dylan. It's not dark yet. Gotcha. Cool. All right. What do we got going on in here? We got TP. We got a few people in here. Oh, we got the bot again. I missed you yesterday, bro. I see you. Like your positive vibes. I do my best, bro. I do my best. Thank you for asking, Aiden. I'm a little hungover. We watched football and we drank last night, but I'm still good. I'm still good, man. The team won. And it was just W night. I've had 2 coffees to wake myself up this morning. I think the next person is Big Noise. Big N. All right. Let's do it. Let's see what you got, man. 3, 2, 1.
Said I'd never go back. Hope that I could learn to breathe. Wish I would have known that your ghost
Splice
would
vocals?
never let me leave. Am I out of time? Have I
These vocals are
crossed
good.
that line? Have you pushed me
Why
over the
are these vocals so good?
You're a parasite stuck inside my mind. No, I
Oh, it's the sample website. Gotcha.
can't get you out of my head. You burn me to the ground and turn me inside out. But I still run around till I'm back in your bed. Guess I still need you now. Wish I could tell you how. With all your siren sounds, I'll be till I'm done. Can't get you out of my head. Am I out
I did the
of
processing.
time?
Gotcha.
Have I crossed that line?
That's
Have
good.
you pushed me over the edge?
Wait, the vocals? Yeah, I think this guy can sing.
Inside my mind, no, I can't get you out of my head.
Ooh. Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
No, I can't get you out of my head. My head. No, I can't get you out of my. Am I out of time? Have I crossed that line? Have you pushed me over the edge?
I think it's a little more interesting than a standard beat off like an example pack. I think it's a little more interesting than that.
You're a parasite stuck inside my mind. No, I can't get you out of my head. My head. My head. No, I can't get you out of my head. My head. My head. No, I can't get.
Aiden, if you don't think these are good vocals, I don't think you understand what a good singer is. If you're like, oh, these are so bad, I just think I would go as far as to say, if you think these are bad vocals, I just don't. I don't know if that's what you're saying, Aiden, but yeah.
Get you out of my head. My head. My head. No, I can't get you out of my head. Oh.
These are bad vocals? Lamar, what? Who thinks these are bad vocals and who thinks these are good vocals?
My head, oh, my head.
Just type bad or good.
No, I can't get you out of my head. Can't get you out of my head. Can't get you out of my head.
Yeah, I think these are good. That was sarcasm. Nah, he was like, it was supposed to have a question mark at the end, like, these are bad vocals, question mark? Not sarcasm, just it's supposed to have a question mark.
Can't get you out of my head.
You know what? I take it back. This beat is kind of like one of those like kind of well-rounded but standardized beats that you hear out of like. I think that's a kind of an odd place to comment from, just because those beats are usually put together by people that do know how to produce songs. Like, you know, like the example beats that you find in a sample pack or whatever. This does sound like one of them, but in a like a good way, where it's like, yeah, you might actually be able to put this on a sample pack as like a proper demonstration. So even though I'm like agreeing with it, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, simple pattern, yeah. I think it's also just like the accessibility of the basicness of the like the bass melody, like just like something with, you know, like I think that's, it all ties together to become like, I think specifically an example of like just some basic well-rounded things you could do with these sounds. It doesn't sound bad though. I particularly like the space and energy on this bit. Like this bit for me was really like one of those moments in this song where I was like, oh, it's hitting. Because you have like the mono kick going strong, and then we have those like stereo sounds, which just make it really interesting and emphasize like the whole gamut of like the like stereo image. So that really popped out to me. This for me, I would like reference as the blueprint for how the balance in all choruses should occur. Because for me, it came together so nicely, but this, like you said, it was just a little more like muddled feeling. I think it's because of that background sound. Are there other elements that are added? I kind of like that without the vocal though. Okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna EQ sidechain heavier to the vocal when the vocal comes in on top of this sound. So it drops out more, but it's still there. You choose where to put your EQ sidechain so it's hitting that lead synth, but have it drop out more to the important tones in the vocal. I think that's gonna help. Can I have a favor? How many songs are in the queue? Like a handful. The vocals need going down in general? Like maybe?
my head.
I don't know, I kind of like how they sit here.
No, I can't get you out of my head.
Nah, I disagree. I think the vocals are good. You need to be dropping out sounds around the vocals. If you're pulling up sounds around the vocals, that's what's giving you the confused, like, I forgot the word you used, but, the end is... Was it? Crowded. Yeah, a bit crowded. Yeah. You'll get more crowding if you turn down the vocal. Yeah, honestly, this is pretty good. The build works. This chorus in particular just sounds really good, I think. Yeah, as I said, I think keep it going back to this one for like what is like I think the best balance in the track. I think you need to drop out some stuff to get it sounding less crowded, but still keep it. I like the layers. Honestly, this is probably a lot of just mixing stuff to me. I like your production. I like the build. I also wouldn't mind getting a bit more playful with like the vocal writing, meaning like chop it up and yeah, it felt like adequately interesting until maybe like the halfway or 3/4 point. And then I kind of wanted something different out of the vocal and it kept being the same. So I guess that's mixing feedback with a little bit of writing / production feedback. Yeah, overall, I thought this was cool, man. It just has like a confident, bright, well-rounded balance to it that I enjoy. It's like, it does have that basicness to it. But hey, there ain't nothing wrong with writing simple songs, man. Some of my favorite songs ever are super simple. What's important is you do it well. And I think you're on the right track with this. So, sorry, on the right road, I should probably say. Yeah, W Big N. Thanks for sharing your music with us, man. I enjoyed my listen.
Get you out of my head.
Oh yeah. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Put your URL in chat. Let the people know where to find you. Can you hear my song next time? If you want to know what I make. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I might even be able to hear it today. I don't know what your schedule is like. Ow! The James brand. Ow! Oh, I feel good. Do-do-do-do-do. Yow! Oh, I feel good. All right. What we got going on here? Oh, yes. All right. So, we got a few people that aren't here, but we will play the people that aren't here if they come back. Is that AI music you're submitting, Max, or is it just AI art? Because I see the AI art, but okay. Let's run it. All right, let's run it. Drifting Param Project. Woo! Ooh, we got the bass. Oh, you gotta be here to get listened to, Aiden. The queue is really short. You could probably submit now. Bro, this reminds me of like an intro song that you would use at the start of like Hey Arnold. Like this is like dope background music for Hey Arnold. It's got like that hip hop like beatboxy kind of feel to it that I love, like and it just flows too. Dude, I strongly advise that you listen to like some Hey Arnold like background music and soundtracks. They used so much stuff like this, and that's a compliment, by the way. I love Hey Arnold background music. It's amazing. Yeah, it goes hard. I like it. I like it. I was 21 when this cartoon started. Oh, Hey Arnold? Yeah. I think I was like 17 or something. Yeah, you don't need to be young to enjoy cartoon music, is what I'll say to that. Yeah, I'm 38, bro. Don't worry, we both unk. Still, you don't need to be young to know or enjoy cartoon music. Still look it up. I'm 78. Bro's at life expectancy. I am 19. Yeah, we got all age groups in this stream. Speaking of which, I haven't heard from Avia since he tried. Dude, he tried making his usual like ridiculously sexual jokes, and I was like, yo, yeah, don't make the sex jokes to bro, he's like under 18. And he just did the cry emoji and never came back. That shit was hilarious, bro. I love Avia. He's just such a troll. That's his cross to bear, I guess. But I mean, bro's mostly pretty cool. He just likes to fuck around a lot, and I think that just results in him finding out a little bit. But we're on good terms. Homie disappear into the air. So real. Like, bro, you don't recover from being like, oh, let me get with you, oh, bro. And then it's like, oh, that dude's 16 though, so that's not that funny. Yeah, wait, which makes sense, Big N, because you're an adult, so like that's fine. I just thought it was a funny situation because he obviously didn't know bro was young, and I'm out here trying to be, you know, a good streamer for the people that are younger in the chat and stuff. So it's just one of those things where it's like, well, now you know. Yo, TP. There's no victim. It was a joke. Victim. I'll be back for the daily check-in tomorrow. Oh, much appreciated. Oi, W Aiden for stopping by over on YouTube. Mac, this is cool, man. It's just a flowing hip hop beat. Yeah, it sounds high quality, dude. Yeah, like I can tell you used high quality sound selection on this, man. Like everything just sounds full. Now, it is repetitive, but in a satisfying way where it just feels good to lean into it because all the sounds are well balanced. So even though it is repetitive, it's in a nice way that you could just freestyle over, you could rap over, like you could sing over very easily, like that sort of thing. Yeah, you should be happy with this, man. It's a fresh beat. Like it has a freshness to it that's just enjoyable, just straight from the get-go. Simple yet effective. Let's go. W-Max out here with the simple and effective beats. Thanks, man. Thanks for the submission. We're gonna jump over to a cheeky little ad break. We're gonna come back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Don't be afraid if you see like 8 ads pop up. We do this so you can get the next whole hour free with 0 ads in the stream. That's why we do it. A stream that goes on ad breaks together stays together. And one more thing, subs get the good ads. So if you want the good ads, you got to subscribe. And you get a free LINESKIP. Anyways, this is the Mountainside stream. We do a monthly competition called Mountainside Ranked. Think competitive ranking up. Oh yeah. We'll be back after you hear about this. Oh, hi. My name's Zach, aka Mountainside. And this is Mountainside Ranked. So much. Mountainside Ranked is a little different from other beat battles. You'll fight from a ranked all the way from bronze up to Grandmaster. With our new and improved rank spreadsheet that automatically calculates values for all battles that you'll never see. Our distributed ranking system that'll be a combination of our ELO system and all judges' scores. Please collaborate with me, streamers. I need help. The glee on your face. Imagine the glee you'll experience when you find out that you're way higher rank than you thought we'd think you were. Imagine the distraught nature of your emotions when you find out that your rank is much worse than you thought we'd think it was. Claim superiority over those noobs in chat. Mountainside Ranked. Get ready to be absolutely furious, purely overjoyed, or just neutral. Mountainside Ranked. Get wrecked and win the favor of your peers or something like that. Have you been stuck in the regular queue on a feedback stream? Are you unable to pay for your own line skips, even with channel points? Every day, a member of the regular queue suffers. But it doesn't have to be this way. Be the change you want to see in the world. Change a regular queue participant's life today. Gift a line skip to a regular queue homie and change their life today. Come on down to the Mountainside Change EP launch.
Advert is entirely off-brand with how the music sounds.
We're going to be giving away a new car, a brand new family home, and a dirty couch.
Literally, none of these prizes will be given away.
We might even play some Nintendo. Then after that, you can shut the fuck up and listen to my new music. Mountainside Change Launch Party, November 27th on Twitch. Here at Mountainside, we care about your listening experience. We put all our products through rigorous testing to ensure they meet the highest listening standards. As a usual part of our in-depth testing, we set out to find the least qualified demographic and ask them what they thought of our latest products.
He's actually fucking... He's hyped up his release. The beat sounds sick. And your vocals is so good.
You better fucking join and drop that fire mix, my guy.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, where's the third song? Come on, mate.
Honestly, it hyped me off.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're so back. We're so back. We're so back. All right. Fuck yeah! Can I get a pulse check? What's crack-a-lackin' shit? What the fuck is going on? I know I need one thing, and one thing for real. I need to play our boy TP, and TP, oh my god, thank you so much for the sub. I see that shit. We got a LINESKIP coming through from our boy TP. I hope you've had a good day, man. Well shit, I feel like I just woken up, but I very much didn't. I'm just hungover. And so I'm about to cheers. What day is it even? Is it Thursday? It is Thursday. Jesus Louises, guys. What up? Just hungover. My mans. Wait, did you get some producing done today? I know you wanted to wake up at a decent time and get some producing done. What's crack-a-lackin'? Had a good day, not as productive as I wanted to be. Okay, TP. Okay, I hear you. Yeah, I made some shit you're gonna hear. Let's go. Or am I? Because the regular queue just closed, so maybe tomorrow. Alright. Let's fucking run it. Protostar sample battle 6.17. 45-minute sample challenge? Let's go. Still Wednesday? Yep. Okay. Oh, wow. Dude, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I think I might need to cheers just to get in the right mind frame for this. Yo, also, I have noticed that you've embraced the, I can see here where we've got a character made out of toilet paper rolls. Yeah, it is very short. We're gonna run this back again, bro. I'm running with TP. Dude, I gotta say, I ain't never, like, it's memorable in the sense that I ain't never heard anyone call themselves after TP. I mean, and like, honestly, it doesn't really matter how silly your name is, as long as it's memorable and you have good music. I feel like it kind of works. So, yeah, I think just like whatever works, you know? If TP works, it works. Can I sneak in a cheeky little 50? All right, we'll play in the outro. I'll do your deal. We'll play in the outro. All right, but bro, I gotta low-key this. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and if there's not a lot of stuff, maybe it's all just like really like big and open, like frequency rise, and it's making it feel like there's a lot of stuff there. Either way, we're gonna listen to this again. But just can someone do the fart thing? It's not a lot of stuff, really. Yeah, they are. Okay, so yeah, I knew it was one of them. I knew it was one of them because I think to myself, like, yeah, either it's tons of stuff and it's thin, but together it's thick, or it's just thick boys. Thank you. Bro got it in my mouth. No. Wait, I think there's more. I think there's more coming up. Oh no, bro got the fart in my mouth. He got the fart in my mouth. And in case you're wondering, Twitch staff, I have a scentless smoke machine that is completely safe to inhale. It's part of the bit. I don't want to hear accusations of any sort of untoward behavior on my stream. This is part of a bit. This is a sketch comedy routine, okay? We have props. A smoke machine that's safe to inhale just for this bit sitting off screen, okay? You don't understand the amount of preparation I go into as an entertainer. You don't understand. Anyways, now that I'm in a completely unrelated statement, ready, we're going to listen to this again. I'm not so sure about the bass line that's like doing its own thing. The sub bass line that's happening. It's like whoa 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 whoa. I'm not sure if that's like No, it's kind of like that, but it's not quite that. It kind of changes and evolves. Okay, it does just go like one bob bob. Yeah, I kind of want... There's no sub, just different bass samples? Then how come when I turned... I'm talking about sub frequencies, by the way. So I turned up my sub frequency just to see what the bottom end of the track was doing. I highly recommend you do the same because that's part of the, like, confusion I was having as a listener. It's kind of like, so there's like bum 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 bum. That's one rhythm, and then there's like whoa 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 in the sub frequencies, and then you got the effects which come in, you know, every 2, 4, 6, or 8, or 16, or you know, whatever the effect is. You've got like the beep going on, and so that's like 3 different rhythms. I think those 3 different rhythms are kind of getting in the way of each other, and you could simplify. I think that's kind of why we've got a confused feeling sub layer, because you're putting in these samples. So what I would recommend doing is treating the sub layer like its own project, cutting maybe some or all of the like sub layer off your chosen bass samples, and then diving into getting new sub samples that match your samples. Or the other way you could look at it is purposefully choosing mid bass sounds that have sub sounds that rhythmically like sort of glue. Yeah, because I'm just getting like just a confused sort of feeling, and I think it's because of that. Yeah. Separately, I like all your sounds, though. They're really cool, like, each of them. That's the fart? Wait, what do you mean? Is there a fart in here? Dude, why is part of my job spot the fart, though? Yo, why is part of my job literally spot the fart? Because I can't tell you how many times someone has purposefully put a fart in a perfectly good song just to troll me. It's happened like at least 5 different occasions. It just reminded me of that. That's such a good idea, dude. It's funny every time. Because you always hear like some really nice song. It's been really well done. And then it's like, or some shit. And you're just like, why I order? Like, because by the time you've already heard someone be a really good producer, you know that they have like a finely articulated level of application. So you know like they specifically thought about it and specifically got at you with it. As opposed to someone that's using like a farty sounding bass tone that might not think it's as farty as possible, which is just, oh, well, are you going for a fart sound? Because this to me sounds like a fart, and I just want to make you aware of that as a starting point. Always or random sound, dude. I've had the farts pulled over my eyes. Like I've had submissions where people have put farts in their song and I haven't even noticed. Make the fart warp and undulate it into the synth sound. Oh, dude, you're gonna multi-layered, like you're making super saws with like fart samples. Into a transcade automation and pitch it into a melody, dude. It'd be like, it sounded like that. I feel like Make the fart great again? I don't think there was a time when there weren't. You go back in history, there's always someone laughing at a fart. Only fart samples is actually the next beat battle, so no, I'm joking, but it probably should be. It probably should be. That's actually hilarious now. Now that I've said that, I'm like, shit. Is that not a decent idea? To just give you a fart sample and then be like, every single song, every single part has to be made from this. Every part. The drums, the kick, the snare, everything. But the problem is, that means anybody that's just a vocalist is like ruined because they're not a producer, so they won't know synthesis. So they wouldn't be able to do that. Fart with reverb.wav. And that is definitely a reference that I would make if I was to do that. That's wet fart with reverb is like, yeah. That's not the right fart sound. Like the fart with reverb is like a brr, but that one with reverb is still pretty high tier. I'm gonna do it now. Yo, what up, Ari? How are you? How are you? My dude, what a goated website. The MP3s, dude. Oh my god. Every fart in a big enough room is a fart with reverb. Oh dear lord. TP, thank you for the submission, dude. Yeah, welcome to the Mountainside stream. We're out here listening to music. We got a little bit of just trying to get my bearings here in the queue. I believe the next, just so you're aware, guys, we just play one in the regular queue per stream. It tends to get a little crazy if we don't. We're on a bit of Dresden right now. Next in the regular queue. No, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, we end up hearing like whole albums over a time anyway. Like, we're always like, I'm always online, to be honest. Like, it's every day. I try to make sure I'm on almost every single day. Massive digestive system issues. Dude, no. Oh, I'll tell you one I want. I'll tell you the one I want. Hold up. Yeah, this is it. Dude, this is the fart sound I want, dude. This is what I want. Wait, we're gonna grab this, or not at all. Oh, a little hand symbol. This.
I'm sorry. No, you straight, you straight. It's all good. Man, I'm sorry. yo, you good? Yo. I'm sorry. No, you straight, you straight. It's all good. Man, I'm sorry. Yo.
I'm sorry. Just shit in his pants, dude. Just fucking shit in his pants, bro. Alright. Let's get into it. We got defense mechanism, Dresden. God damn, dude. I couldn't shout, dude. Oh. my god. Oh my dear lord. Oh my dear lord. I really want that main sound effect that is reoccurring. I want that in like the ad lib like space, like sort of half main. Like it feels way too main right now. And also feel like it would benefit from like at least some thin amount of verb. Like for me, it just feels like that one needs a bit more depth. I don't want it up front. I want the like the bun dun 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 up front with that thing reoccurring still, and it's the same writing, but that thing just like in this space. Anyways, let's keep listening. I really like this composition. It's so weird, but I love like the metallic sort of angle that some of your sound selection has here. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Nina Geraci's some of her stuff before her album, like with the like Four on the Floor, like dun 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 dun. There's some really cool like electronic like sort of trending vibes here that I'm enjoying. Nina Geraci, she just uses some of the same like Four on the Floor like metallic stuff. And she's a Brisbane electronic artist that blew up and is now like worldwide. But keep in mind it's very much like the brighter sort of more happy angle on this sort of stuff. It's not like dark and brooding like this could be considered maybe. She did it back to back with Porter. Correct. Yes, big moment for her for sure. Everybody, well, she's not Brisbane. She's 2 hours away on the Central Coast, which is like the border of this state where Brisbane is close to, and then the next state. So she's kind of like, when you live on the Central Coast, you're constantly going over the border, so you kind of are both like a Queenslander and a New South Wales person, even though your ID will show New South Wales and your number plate will show New South Wales. You're just constantly coming over the border. We have like almost completely open borders. In fact, we definitely just do have open borders. So like between states. So it's like one of those things where she would have just been jumping across all the time. Anyways, point is, it reminded me of some of that. Let's keep listening. Do you see what I mean with the rhythms and stuff? I don't know if you've there's one song in particular that it reminds me of Tresden, just with the rhythmic stuff. I don't know. I'll shoot you a DM later. It's completely like positive, like happy vibes compared to this, but still like the same sort of bass sounds or similar bass sounds, similar 4 on the floor vibes, similar kick drum and snare clap choices, and similar like BPM, and like swing as well. Yeah, I like this too, eh? You tried. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Ooh. Wait. Bro, did you call 44.1 high fidelity? Bro, at least go to 48. What are we? It technically is. Wait. Then why do we? Wait, what do you mean technically? Because if you just put it in a 48 container, even though you produced it at 44.1, then that still is technically 48, isn't it? Oh yeah, that was a hell of a ride. A hell of a ride. It's a detail, I mean, but it doesn't make a sonic difference if you exported it at 48. Like, it's still just gonna be 44.1s. So like it I don't know. Doesn't really, I don't know, it depends what you did though. I'd have to like see your session or whatever. Exactly. Yeah, but that's against your point, because you'll just have a 44.1 sounding 48 container track, whereas what you actually want, and you have to decide this for yourself, because sometimes your computer runs better with 44.1. Mine definitely, I noticed like more lag going to 48. But yeah, switch your driver over to 48 if you can, I guess. Most people won't be able to hear the difference, to be honest. I think it's more just for you as a producer to like hear the stuff like at a better, you know, at a better quality, just so you can analyze the sound more. That's probably what it's most helpful for, to be honest. Yeah. It's tough to pick the difference between a 44.1 and a 48 kilohertz track, let me tell you. That shit is near impossible to do consistently. Yeah. Oh yeah, my tips. So, wait up. Do you mix in headphones almost? I get the feeling you mix in headphones like almost exclusively, Tresden. Like, do you get much time with monitors? Vast majority on headphones? Yeah. I could tell because it sounded better as soon as I put my headphones on. I was like, the fuck? I was like, wait a second. What? Why did you step up a notch? So the first thing I would say is, just like the structure feels kind of random. It doesn't really flow. There's a bunch of different reasons for that, but ultimately, I find a great way to attack this problem is to write shorter songs and then get those to work, and then just step up the length and then get that to work. Step up the length, work your way from 2.5 minute or 2 minute songs to 5 minute songs. So that's one suggestion I have. I know that's like annoying to hear because everybody's writing short songs these days. But yeah. I kind of just think it would step up the length. That's what she said, bro. It's over if you hear that. What up, Tom? Because there were definitely like 2-minute sections in this that I was like, well, shit, that could have been a whole song. Well, shit, that could have been a whole song. And you wouldn't have needed to problem solve for like flow stuff nearly as much. So that's one idea I had. I think for me, I just needed like the kick and snare element to be like more center and more a prominent driving factor. It's not that they're not there, and it's not that I can't hear them, but there was something to not just having like that more typical center balance of kick and snare that I wanted to, like, they can deviate, but I wanted to more come back to like not sounding like that. It doesn't have to be that direction, like the sound I just did, like still this same direction, but yeah, I felt like it was lacking some sort of pull back to like that center element of electronic that we really love with this style of music. This stuff landed with me better. Where there was that predictable element of driving force there. Yeah, so I don't want you to simplify it because I love like the weirdness of what you do, but I think there's a way to communicate it in like a mixed sense more typically, so it like just naturally makes a bit more sense and like lands. Specifically, so yeah, I kind of like these bits, honestly. Like I feel like they're not too far away from being finished in mix. So I don't. Where was something I had an issue with? The effects getting like in the 1 kilohertz space. I want to keep them like ad-lib space, like dun 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 dun, like kind of like you drive them past them. So that would be like one of the main pieces of information I always give, where I would start between with a band past 500 hertz to 5 kilohertz, and then try and find like a space in the sort of mid-high area to sort of have them like splash out at you. Yeah, those are probably my main things, like getting some of the effects out of like the center and emphasizing the kick and the snare element of the song a bit more in those parts that are really effects driven and a little confusing. And then just, yeah, either really working on the transitions and the flows into each part on a writing front, or what I much prefer is just going from doing like short songs and then doing like a few of those, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, this song is 3 minutes and it flows. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, this song is 5 minutes and it flows. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, this song is 7 minutes and it still flows. Like, that's how I sort of got songwriting flowing one section to another over like larger song lengths anyway. Overall, man, like a bouncy electronic vibe. I love like the metallic sounds. As I said, the sound selection is really enjoyable. I think it's just a case of getting it to flow a little better and then honing in that mix, because it is such a dynamic and busy endeavor that we've got here. So it's no small feat to sort of have it make a lot of sense and have it like land at that really high level. Yeah, W song, W ideas, W sound selection. Thank you as always for sharing your art with us, Tresden. As always, much appreciated, man. I will say though, no one holds a candle to the fucking Mario Kart guys. Like, dude, these guys are phenomenal. Like, I just love this song so much. Oh no, it just keeps going. Amazing. Anyways. Max, we only play a single song in the regular queue, my guy. So we will get this track pumping tomorrow if we see you. We will get this track pumping tomorrow. I did like your last track though. I did enjoy that. That was some good stuff. It's in a different genre? Nice. Always good to splash out in the genre. In the genre department. Alright, we got the last song of the night coming up. We're listening to Root Pie. We're gonna raid out to Trey Tovin. I want to thank you all for being here. It's been a fun stream. I'll be back tomorrow. We're doing Mountainside Ranked this weekend. It's only 2 days away. Will you be the mad cunt? Will you take my money? Come and find out. Mountainside Ranked, 2 days away. It's Mountainside Ranked number 6, by the way. Oh, yeah. Thank you once more for being here. This sounds nice. For the love of the game, baby. That's what it's about, man. Ooh, lovely. Lovely. Ooh. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, bro. The game of the love. The game of love. In this game we call life. I hate when people say that. Alright, well, it's been fun, boys. Thank you for being here. Jump into Trey Tovin's stream. Tell him I sent you. I'll be back tomorrow. Tresden, Root Pie, Prod Big N, TP, everybody else in chat. See you tomorrow. Peace.